This is the Garmin Fenix 7X Pro, and this watch is nothing like any other smartwatch that I have experienced. Hey guys, Andre here from TechLocal, and this is our Garmin Fenix 7X Pro review. When looking for a smartwatch, I personally have a few things that I'd like to consider. 1. I don't want a watch that needs to be charged frequently. 2. I want a watch that doesn't rely on your phone for its functionality. And 3. I want a watch that I can use anywhere for any activity. And to set things up clearly, the Garmin Fenix 7X Pro is a multi-sport, high-performance smartwatch. It's a very high-end smartwatch. And the Fenix line from Garmin, from how I understand it, is the lineup which takes great pride on its battery capacity, mainly because of its solar charging capability and its MIP display. And based on my personal experience, the battery life on this is truly exceptional. I've been using this for about 3 weeks now, and I still have about 12 days of expected battery runtime remaining. That's more than 1 month on just a single charge. And this is made possible through its solar charging capability. This watch gathers solar power during the day to extend its battery life. And because of this, according to Garmin, this is rated to last up to 37 days on its normal smartwatch mode. Now, to talk about its design, this watch is big and it's ruggedly handsome. It's a 51mm watch and it's built like a tank. Titanium bezels, steel back case, and the fiber-reinforced polymer case. So, this watch can really take quite a beating. There's also silicone straps which look really nice as well in its two-tone colorway, which you can also tell is made from really high-quality material. While you can fit other straps which aren't necessarily Garmin straps, there is actually a quick release system on the strap if you would want to fit the Fenix 7X Pro on other Garmin accessories. Also, one thing that I've noticed here, this watch may be big, but it's actually not that heavy. The weight is kind of comparable to something like a G-Shock, which most of us would probably be familiar with. For its glass, this is using sapphire glass, and is said to be one of the best glass materials to be used on a watch. Not just smartwatches, but any watch. So you really won't be afraid to push this watch into doing something that you wouldn't do with something like an Apple Watch. Now, we did mention that this has a solar panel. That glass is actually the solar panel itself, while the ring surrounding it is the part which gathers the most sunlight. Underneath that glass, we have the MIP display, which to me is the real game changer here on this watch. If you like bright, high-resolution displays on your smartwatch, you're probably better off going for the Garmin Epix line, which is the counterpart of the Fenix line, which has an AMOLED screen. With this one, the MIP display is an always-on, low-resolution screen. This uses the external light source to illuminate the display, which results in better visibility in different lighting situations. And it just makes this watch feel like it isn't a smartwatch, or rather, it makes it feel more organic. Again, it's like you're using a super advanced G-Shock. And like other smartwatches, you can replace watch faces, and what's really nice here is that most of the choices would have an amazing amount of customizability where you can alter what information you'd want to be displayed, the colors of the hands, and you can even download some more from Garmin's App Store. Also, this is a touchscreen display. It isn't the most responsive touchscreen display. It actually feels quite slow to navigate by touch, but for me, the best way to navigate your way through this is actually through the use of its buttons. And for that, we have 5. We have a start and stop button on the upper right, a back button under it, a light button where you can access its LED light, and an up and down button for scrolling through menus. This control gives this watch a more analog feel where you can actually feel what you're pressing. And it's really more satisfying than any swipe gesture we would do on other smartwatches. Like I said, this is a multi-sport smartwatch. But this doesn't only feature sports modes like the typical smartwatch. In other smartwatches, you can select workout modes for jogging, cycling, swimming, and other sports. The Fenix 7X Pro does all of that with the help of its advanced hardware and algorithms. Like when you're climbing, it uses its slope indicator and it records every bit of data from your workouts, which even calculates your stamina based on your previous workout patterns. And there's so much more, like a racing calculator which estimates when you will finish a 5K, a 10K, or even a full marathon based on your data from all the hardware sensors that it is using. It's super advanced. Though I am not into all of these sports, I do want to emphasize that this is what you can expect from this watch. I have tried doing some home workouts and some swimming, or even just its step counter, And I've noticed that it doesn't just give you generic goals. Rather, this gives you goals based on the data that it has previously recorded. Like, if you've been walking around 10,000 steps a day, it will give you goals based on that. Like most smartwatches, this can also keep you connected with smart notifications, music storage, and playback. There's also built-in Wi-Fi to sync your data and download apps directly onto the watch. And there's also a multi-band GPS, which is very handy in certain situations, like when you're hiking or like when you're doing something out of the usual areas that we would normally go to. And I can see this being used by people in the military or maritime professionals or even some people in aviation because this doesn't rely on your smartphone for its accuracy. The Fenix 7X Pro also has a built-in flashlight for low light situations, something that a lot of EDC preppers would really appreciate. This can easily be accessed by pressing the light button twice. It's not very powerful though. This can easily be beaten by your smartphone, but still very handy to have in case we don't have our smartphone with us. This watch also monitors your health with a heart rate and its pulse oximeter, which most smartwatches do nowadays. It can provide insights on your stress level, sleep quality, body battery, hydration, and more. Now, I can't possibly explain each of the features of this watch because there's just so many. To be perfectly honest, I don't understand a lot of the information that this watch provides, and there's a lot of information. And really, that's why still a lot of people choose to go with Garmin. And for that, the Garmin Fenix 7X Pro is a premium watch which combines style, performance, and functionality. It's ideal for anyone who loves exploring the outdoors or challenging themselves with different sports. It's just one of the most advanced and versatile smartwatches that you can get right now, but only if you can afford it. This does come with a hefty price tag and not everyone will be able to afford this watch. Thankfully, Garmin does have a lot of options to choose from. I personally would choose to go with this watch if I can afford it. But I also want to point you guys to the Garmin Instinct series, which has a lot of the features of this at about half of the price. And I'll have this and the Instinct series linked down below. Anyway, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, this is Andre from Tech Local. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.